I'm Annabella Rockwell, and we're here at the Texas Youth Summit. I've made a new friend. Her name is Rachel Walker. Rachel, what brings you to the Texas Youth Summit today?
So I came to the Texas Youth Summit today because me and my friend Blair, she's also a new and turning point at Baylor University, and we were just texting last night and we found out that it was this weekend. And I'm really involved with new at Baylor. We went to America Fest this past school year too. And it's just a lot of fun, and so we wanted to come out and hear Donald Trump Jr., Charlie Kirk. We've met Lily Kate. She's come out to our university for dinners and that kind of stuff before. And so we knew a couple of the speakers, and so.
That is
Yeah.
fantastic. What year are you at Baylor?
I'm a junior.
Okay, and now you said you're with a group called New. What is
Yes.
that?
It stands for Network of Enlightened Women, and it's just a conservative women's organization at Baylor, and they have it nationwide. And it's been a really big part of my college experience so far, and I absolutely love it.
What drew you to join New?
So one of my friends freshman year, because it's newer to Baylor, and so it started second semester of my freshman year, and so that's when I joined, and I've been a part of it ever since. And she invited me out, and it's just been a really good group of conservative women, and there's just been a lot of events that have come from it too, and just really good people. I'm from California, and so that was like a big thing that drew me to Texas, and then Baylor
Yeah.
specifically. And so it's just been awesome to have like-minded people around me, because that's just something I'm not used to back home.
That is so encouraging, because my college story was very different. I went to a super liberal school, and it really
Okay.
changed me, honestly. I bought into a lot of the ideas of feminism and kind of went off the rails towards the left, and now I've made my way back. But
That's
I'm
awesome.
curious, if you're part of New and you're a conservative woman, it's amazing to hear that there are so many conservative women and you have friends at Baylor. What did you think of Charlie Kirk's speech? Because he was really directed at young men and young women. What was your takeaway from that?
Yeah, I thought it was really good, actually. I thought it was really encouraging. I think it could have been taken one or two ways. And I mean, honestly, some of the things he said, I think that women could have been, especially left-wing women could have really spoken out against that. But I really just always wanted to be a mom, and so that didn't hurt my feelings at all. I do want a career, but I do also I think that's something that I want to start out with and to ultimately just end with being a wife and being a mom. But I thought it was really interesting how he brought up the gender thing, because I feel like I never really thought about that before, about how that's more of a new construct of gender, and there's really zero gender. It's more focused on sex.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was really interesting.
Do they talk about that on Baylor's campus?
They do talk about do you mean in the classrooms or?
Classrooms or outside of the classroom, the social scene, do people really care about, women's rights or gender identity? One thing I was told is gender's a spectrum. Obviously, as we learned today, it's not. A man is a man and a woman is a woman, but your college campus, do you guys agree with that, or is there more pushback to that idea?
I think it really just depends on what groups you're involved in. I would say, which kind of goes with just anything in life, but I would say Baylor is definitely more of a conservative university, so I would say that a lot of the things that are spoken about and preached about are more biblically based. But I would also say that I have had professors, like my sociology professors, American Lit professors, talking about how toddlers should choose, what they should be, and I was the only one in the class that spoke up against that. And
Good for you.
Yeah, and so in my high school career that did affect my grades, but I feel in college it's actually been different, which is interesting, and I feel my grades are they're not affected by what I say. And
Wow.
so I think that that's something that, even though Baylor's professors sometimes preach one way, I have just seen, for me personally, my grades aren't affected by me believing in different things.
But you did experience that. You experienced being shamed for your beliefs in high school, and your grades were affected. That is crazy. That's tragic. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're at Baylor.
Me too.
What is a takeaway from today?
A takeaway is that there's hope, and that just seeing this many people here, young people and older people, everyone, I think that there's not as many liberals as the media portrays, and there's way more people that come to functions like this. There's not functions like this for liberals. So I think that that's just so hopeful for our generation and just generations to come, that there is hope at the end of the tunnel, and that a lot of us really do have like-minded beliefs, unlike CNN and all that just kind of things try to say. And yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Rachel. I love the message of hope. It's inspiring, and I'm glad that you're doing what you're doing. Keep it up.
Okay, thank you.